John and Zoraida, the group behind this strategy, is led by a freshman congressman from North Carolina, Mark Meadows. These congressmen contend this is all about serving their constituents back home. But they've come in for some heavy criticism from traditional Republicans after starting all of this off with a letter in August to their leader. By most accounts, House Speaker John Boehner didn't want it to get this far, didn't want to use the prospect of a government shutdown to push for defunding the president's health care law. But according to a recent report, a small core of Republican representatives were the catalyst for the current showdown and forced Boehner's hand. It started with a letter to Boehner in August from an obscure freshman Republican congressman from North Carolina, Mark Meadows. The letter said, quote, "We urge you to affirmatively defund the implementation and enforcement of Obamacare in any relevant appropriations bill brought to the House, including any continuing appropriations bill." Ryan Lizza, who reported this for The New Yorker, says the idea gained serious momentum.
Some of the conservative groups got behind his effort, including FreedomWorks and some conservative senators, Ted Cruz, Marco Rubio, Mike Lee.
Soon, Lizza says, the letter was signed by 80 Republican representatives. But some influential conservatives slammed the strategy. Pundit and strategist Karl Rove wrote in the Wall Street Journal it was an ill-conceived tactic that would alienate independents. Columnist Charles Krauthammer called this group the Suicide Caucus. One of the letter's signers, Texas Republican Blake Farenthold, responded.
Listen, we've got to use what few leverage points we have in a divided government, and the continuing resolution is one of them. You know, we can't move anything unless we've got some leverage.
Farenthold says the vast majority of people in his district don't want Obamacare. But if he's one of only 80 Republicans who signed on to this strategy early on, why did Boehner go for it?
He's got 233 members, and it takes right now 217 to get a majority in the House of Representatives. So if he loses just a few members, he doesn't have his majority. So 80, even though it's not even a majority of the Republicans, it's enough for him to have to listen to them, or he can't pass legislation.
Other factors here, according to Ryan Lizza, Boehner doesn't have earmarks to offer like his predecessors as Speaker. And he says outside conservative groups which raise money for these hardline congressmen in their districts have also siphoned power and influence away from the Speaker's office. Now, we couldn't get a response specifically to that or to the criticism from other Republicans of this strategy from Boehner's office. John and Zoraida?